Hello and welcome to Huptech Talks. This podcast is brought to you by Huptech Web Team. This show covers the latest global digital marketing and e-commerce insights from certified experts. Are you looking for opportunities to sharpen their skills? Huptech Talk have the route. Let's accomplish together.
Hey guys, I'm your host Komal, and in this episode I will be simplifying basic SEO for beginners. So if you're completely new to the topic, then this episode is just meant for you. So without much ado, let's dive in. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which is name given to activity that improves visibility on search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, and more. Now that we have covered the basic definition, let's break it down to the types, techniques, and tactics of SEO. A successful SEO requires extensive knowledge of how search engines work. It takes time and practice to get it right. The best way SEO can be described is as a moving target. Its practices are ever-changing and developing. That's because the search engine algorithms are updated all the time. I'm talking 500 to 600 times a year. Yep, that's how many times Google launches updates, making the job of SEO experts also interesting. So guys, before we move to our next segment, here's a random fun fact about SEO industry. SEO industry is poised to reach $80 billion by 2021. On an average, American small businesses spend up to $500 per month on SEO campaigns, making it a thriving industry. So there are four main categories that SEO can be classified in. These categories are black hat SEO, white hat SEO, grey hat SEO, and negative SEO. The main difference of these categories are basically how closely SEO tactics align with Google's guidelines. In my opinion, white hat SEO techniques are the best way to practice your SEO. They abide by Google's guidelines and will drive positive results for any type of businesses. Now, moving forward with the next segment, we will cover all the types of SEO. If explained in a non-technical way, then SEO can be summed up as cleaning ins and out of your house. House being the metaphor for your website. Now, shifting to the SEO types, what is important is to understand that these subsets of SEO, these types of SEO are not a different process. It's just my way of breaking down a complicated process into several smaller pieces that are easier to manage. There are many types of SEO such as on-page, off-page, technical and more, but I'll cover two main types that are most basic and will help you understand basic SEO for beginners. So the first type is off-page SEO. While rest of the SEO types concentrate more on website infrastructure and content, off-page SEO is all about promotion. Off-page SEO has to do with the techniques you can use to promote your website on internet. So the second SEO type is on-page SEO. So this type is all about the web page itself and how to make it friendlier to search engines and users. The most important on-page SEO guidelines are optimizing page titles, H1 tags, headings, content, images, and more. So guys, as I mentioned before, there are many other types that I will be covering in the next 2 to 3 episodes. All these types have the same goal, that is to optimize a website for greater visibility in search engines. The most important SEO factor is keyword research. This is yet another technical term, but I'll try to break it down in simple language. Keywords are ideas and topics that define what your content is about. In terms of SEO, they are the words and phrases that users enter into search engines, also known as search queries. As a website owner and content creator, you want the keywords on your page, and you must have the keywords on your page because they are the bridge between what people are searching for and the content you are providing to fill that need. In this next segment, I will be mentioning some of the free SEO tools that can help you in day-to-day basis. These free SEO tools can help you gain extra traffic, money, rank, reputation, and riches. Thankfully, there are a ton of free SEO tools available online, And some of the free tools that I use on daily basis are Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Moz-Bar, SEMrush, GTmetrix, Google Keyword Planner, Structured Data Testing Tool, and many more. I personally tested and reviewed about 50 free and paid tools available in the market. You can filter through the list available on multiple sites. And if you have already used any of these SEO tools, then let me know which one's your favorite. So make sure to drop the name of your favorite SEO tool in the comment section. And while it's exciting to think about the strategies you'll use, the steps it will take to get there, and the new fun content that you'll create, none of that really matters if you're not setting SEO goals, as there won't be any bar to measure your SEO success in. And with that in mind, I will give you one SEO goal which you can easily adapt to get the process started. The SEO goal I'm talking about is setting a bar for your organic traffic. Organic traffic is one of the metrics that can tell you the most about your SEO success. So how you can set your goal is by estimating the number of % that you will try to increase your organic traffic by. For example, increase organic traffic X%. So intentionally, I left the SEO goals undefined because the goal of your business will be different from my goals or goals of the other listeners. So overall, SEO goals should be aggressive enough to produce real results, but not so far from possibility that it feels far from your reach. So another important factor of SEO is building authority with backlinks. So you have created a content that people are searching for, that answers their question, and that search engines can understand. But those qualities alone don't mean your content will rank. So to outrank rest of the sites, to outrank rest of your competitor with the same qualities, you have to establish authority. And the best way of doing that is link building. Link building is the process of acquiring hyperlinks from other websites to yours. Links as a ranking factor are what allowed Google to start to dominate the search engine market back in the late 1990s. As someone who has been in the SEO industry for a considerable amount of time, the most common question clients have asked me is how long before we are number one in Google? See, now the answer is a little more complicated than the question. There are a lot of variables that play into how quickly you see results after you start doing SEO. To some extent, SEO gives immediate results in the form of fresh content, better organization, but majority of business, no matter what the size, get results in a duration between 2 months to 7 months. So guys, before we wrap up this episode, here are some quick bonus tips that can help you in the long run. Tip 1. Avoid black hat SEO techniques. Tip 2. Don't strive for backlink quantity, but quality. And tip 3. Don't do SEO once. Just like change, SEO is a constant thing. So keep on updating and refreshing your SEO strategies. So thank you listeners for participating and engaging mentally in this episode. Now take some actions, apply these insights to your business and make a difference for people. We will be back soon with some real-time marketing insights. So make sure to leave a like and tell us in the comment section what topic you want me to cover next. Until then, stay tuned with Huptech Talks.